Happy Monday. It's Monday again already. Crap, these Mondays are coming fast, Steve. What's happening?
They sure do. They
Oh,
sure do.
man. All right. We are 1 week in June now. I hope everybody's having a great start to the month. Seems to be that way from our side anyway, what we can see. So we have kind of a little interesting topic to discuss today, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I'll preface this with if you haven't watched James Bottomley's episode yet, which was just last week on Wednesday the 3rd, it uploaded to YouTube and wherever you listen to the podcast at. Go back and listen to that episode, watch that episode, hear Todd and Shan talk with him about some of his ideas because we're really kind of evolving like a little bit into that, what he brought to the table last week.
Seriously, that was a fun episode. So I second that. If you haven't listened or if you haven't listened to the podcast yet, that's a great one to tune into. One, just how impressive James is as a young adult running a business starting at the age of 16 and where
Yeah.
he is now. And he's incredibly intelligent and just all great things. Again, I told him I think twice during the episode, he gave me hope for the future,
Yeah, I did
for
hear
the
that.
young
Yeah.
businesses. So
Mhm.
it is definitely go listen to it. And so one thing he really talked about was being really purposeful with video.
Yeah. I really the thing that stuck with me the most was just talking about how um agents a lot of times will want one video to do a bunch of different things. And sometimes that can work, but being a little bit more purposeful and having one video do one thing um, can really, really kind of amplify what that video can do. It's just a really good point.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I really, again, I'll say it again. I really enjoyed that episode, and it was a lot of fun to talk to James. So check it out.
Yeah.
And how we're going to kind of work with that thought process is hopefully give you guys an idea that you're either not doing or you've thought about, but maybe thought it was too difficult. Or maybe you're just really over trying to call agents and say, can I do your next listing? Can I have your next listing? Can I earn your business? Maybe you want a little pivot in the way that you're calling and communicating with them. So we think the topic today will do that. So hold on and bear with us as we kind of work through some of the thoughts and ideas that Steve had, really coming from our agent brains, right? Like the topic this week is coming from how we think as an agent and how we try to earn listings and some of the things that we're doing. Anything to add to that, Steve?
Yeah. I mean, really just n- not necessarily to add, but just the idea that as a media company, you're trying to earn that next listing, but what if you are doing something that can still make you money, but strengthen the relationship that you have with an agent already? That's kind of
Yes,
the idea, right?
it is the idea. It is. So, what are we talking about?
We're yeah, so
Should we
we're
spill the
talking
beans already? I think we're a
yeah,
couple
yeah, so
minutes in. We might want to do that.
I don't have a catchy name for it, but the idea is that you can have an add-on service where you are putting agents in front of the camera, but not necessarily at the property, not at a listing property. And these videos would be videos that the agents would then send to their prospective clients or during the transaction or after the transaction for a client that they already have. So,
So we're talking about kind of like some evergreen content, or at least maybe
yeah,
annual content that looks fresh, right? And I
yeah,
love that. So thinking through, like, also just think about agents have to make calls too, right? To get appointments. They are in
mhm,
sales just like the media company is, and trying to earn the agent's business. So the agent is trying to do this as well. And how often do we talk about send a little video to a prospective client, introduce yourself, say hello, to make those connections? So I'm thinking one of the first videos is just a pre-appointment. Like you're trying to get the appointment and they haven't answered a text, they haven't answered a call. And so maybe you're using BombBomb as an agent or Loom or something like that, but you want to kick it up and have it just a bit more professional and have it to be something that's just included in the contact. I think it's a perfect idea. So the first one we're really talking about is that pre-appointment for the agent that they can send. Very short, probably 30 seconds, right, Steve? Like
Yeah.
very short, and just say, "Hey, this is Shannon Landers. I'm with KDM Advisors. I have sold 20 houses in your neighborhood and near you, and I would love to see if we could do a home valuation and see what your home could sell for."
Yeah, that easy, that quick, that simple. This is something that, we literally want it to almost kind of read like a voicemail, right? Like, so on a
Yes,
voicemail,
yes,
hopefully we're not leaving like giant voicemails. Maybe this is just like a really quick, um, you know, intro video,
yes,
exactly like Shan said, explaining who the agent is, what is their experience working in that zip code or that town or whatever it might be.
yeah,
I'm telling you right now, yeah, just think if you don't want to pick up the phone and call, agents probably don't want to pick up the phone and call either. And wouldn't this just be like a great way to kind of um, break up the monotony a little bit?
yes, yes. I would love that, honestly. Now that I
Yeah,
have this idea, I'm gonna have to call Wow and be like, "Hey, come help
right.
me make some videos." But, um, and okay, so that's the first video. So then the second one, we have told agents for years and years and years to send a pre-listing email with a video quickly explaining the process to help secure the appointment so the person doesn't cancel on you.
Yeah.
So this is again a very longer than the quick intro, maybe a minute of I am so excited to be coming to your home to learn more and to see how we could assist you potentially in listing your home and getting to your goals as a homeowner or home seller. And then I think a couple stats would be good for this video scene. If I'm an agent and I have 112% to list price to sold. So that means I'm selling most of my listings roughly 12% above the list price. That's a stat
Mhm.
I want to share, right?
For sure.
That is a stat that's going to hopefully get me that listing. And so there's a couple other stats, but an agent should know their stats and they should just have a couple to say, "Hey, this is why you should keep your appointment with me."
Absolutely. Yeah. And then maybe also, let them know what you're going to be going over. So a lot of times, one of the things that we train agents to do is assume the listing, right? So they're going in acting like, hey, I'm not here to try to win you over. I'm here to because we're going to list your house. So maybe having the agent say, here are a couple of things you might want to have ready that we're going to need to talk about when we're talking about listing your home. Updated features,
Yes.
the big items. When was the last time the roof has been replaced or inspected? HVAC, and giving them like maybe a couple of things. So now they are kind of assuming that listing, and it's kind of giving the client as in the home seller almost like a little bit of like prep work. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I better make sure that I have this stuff together before this real
Yeah.
estate agent comes over.
Yeah, and then it gives that, I imagine as a home seller, if I get this pre-listing video that's like, "Oh, this is the agent that's coming over." One, I know what they look like. I
Yeah.
know they do, gives them that moment of likability to already kind of like you and think about you and as a
Mhm.
potential agent to sell their house, right? And then when you show them, "Hey, these are the things you need to have prepared so I can crush it while I'm at your house." And we can actually get to the goals that you have. That to me as a home seller is like, oh yeah, this agent's ready to go. They know their stuff. They know what they're doing. And I'm excited now,
Yeah.
maybe, about this appointment that the agent's coming over because I've been to many listing appointments and the home sellers are like kind of just going through the
Sure.
motions. And so this can help get them excited and
Yeah,
hopefully prepared for that appointment.
yeah,
So another one we thought about, and again, there's so many along the way that you could do during the process, but if we're trying to help these media companies just make a product, right? Oh, here's a product that you could go do easily, potentially as a solo photographer, so you still have room to get your listings in. This is maybe an hour appointment where you do these 3 videos, okay? And so the third one we thought was really just in the post sale because every agent wants to get referrals from that listing,
for
right?
sure. Yeah, every day that's what they say, right? So every listing should have 2 little listing babies. That's
That's
what
right. That's
right? And yeah, so absolutely having a, like a thank you video with a call to action of, "Hey, my business lives and thrives off referrals,"
Ye
is, huge, huge. That would be
perfect.
so great. Yeah.
Yes. And so those are 3 videos that the agent can make. They could send to every client. They could still customize the email or how they're sending them the videos or customize the text
Uh-huh.
message and say, "Hey, I'm so excited to meet you. Please watch my quick video on what we're gonna go over during your listing appointment," right? Or it's a, "Hey, thank you so much. It was so fun working with you guys. And I would love if you would share any reviews or things like that." So these are pretty simple videos that don't take a lot of preparation work. The agent is probably pretty up with their process, and these should be very quick and easy to do. Now, you always have some agents that just really don't want to get on camera. And maybe this is a good intro to do so, or maybe you B-roll quite a bit and they just kind of intro and outro it and are narrating the video more so than being on. So there's a lot of different ways and methods. I know all of our media companies know how to try to get these agents on camera. But I think these are 3 easy, like I said, I think you could probably shoot those in an hour with a prepared agent. I will say that. I know if they're not prepared,
That's a good asterisk to
it's a
add.
little tough.
Yeah.
And then there's a mountain of them that can be done throughout the process. Maybe it's a team and they have a transaction coordinator.
Mhm.
And so you have the transaction coordinator take a quick video of who they are, how they're going to help them, and introduce themselves so that the team seems more cohesive, right?
Yeah.
How many times have you heard from a client that they were working with a big team and after the listing agent came, they never talked to them
Oh
again?
my gosh. Yeah. Like that's a one of the nightmares that we hear pretty often,
Yeah,
right?
and it probably
Yeah.
isn't a nightmare. They probably just don't have any systems in place to help introduce those team members, and that's how
Yeah.
they plan to do it. The listing agent gets the listing, contract manager, or listing team takes care of it. Somebody else helps them with closing, and they close the process. And you could really help a team kind of close those loops to really feel like a team and not, oh, this listing agent came and got my business and I never talked to them again.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, really kind of help keep that focal point on the person who brought the transaction together in the first place, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I hope this has helped. We have a really quick script we'll help give you because, again, if you're constantly calling and saying, "Hey, I'd love for you to try me on your next listing," or you're kind of offering free shoes to try to get some deals, which is great. Maybe this is just another conversation to throw in there to help. And maybe you build your product really quick and you call and I say, "Hey, Steve, this is Shannon with Landers Media. I have a great new product to help get you some evergreen videos. Are you doing pre-listing appointment videos?"
And what are they going to say? Probably, certainly, "No, I'm not.
No.
What do you yeah,
Most
what do you
often
mean?"
that answer is going to be no. And you can say, "Hey, we know agents, the more videos they send to their potential clients and clients, the more connections they build. And I just want to help you make some more connection with your clients and not actually go after just the listings," right? Could be powerful, could be a nice
Extremely powerful.
different message to say, "Hey, I care about your business, and even more, I care about helping you get your business."
Yeah, yeah, right? Not just,
Not
"I
just, "Hey,
care."
will you use me?"
Yeah, right, right.
Yes, yeah, help build that relationship, so This one was a little long today, guys. I hope you found value in it. If you have questions, please drop them into the comments and Steve and I will answer. We're happy to share any of our agent knowledge with you guys as well, and help you build this product if you need help. So please let us know. Also, want to comment that we are going to do a separate video for our winners of the contest.
Hmm.
I think everybody's been pretty busy and they all haven't updated the sheet yet. So if that's still you, the look in the copy here, and you'll have the link to the sheet. Please complete it so that we can draw our winners, and we'll do a separate video for that.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, have a great week.
Thanks, Shan.
Bye.